Sometimes you have to cut your finger off to save your hand. In this video, I'm reminding you that not everyone that started with you is going to finish with you. People who were on your journey at certain levels may not be compatible with you when you reach new levels. Your relationship with people may change over time because people change. Their mind changes, their perspective changes, the way they see you may change. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Everyone is learning their own lessons. Everyone is facing their own insecurities, their own struggles, their own traumas. And if someone that you love, that you felt you were close to your whole life, decides to start projecting on you, projecting their insecurities on you, when people that you love decide to all of a sudden start to betray you, throw shade at you, discourage you, project their fears onto you, project their insecurities onto you, sometimes you have to cut your own finger off to save your hand. One of the most confusing things in life is accepting the fact that people change. We change, not just people around, but we change as well. The more we grow, the more we evolve, our perspective on life may change, right? Whereas before we may have used the weekends to get drunk, smoke, go party. Now we want to stay in the house and focus on our business or our health or saving money for these investments, right? So we may change as well. And you may realize that as your morals change and as your goals change, you may fall out of alignment with people that you used to hang with. Now, the dangers of keeping people around you that you no longer have similarities to is it will hold you back. There is no reason to have someone around you that does not take their life as serious as you do. Because if they're willing to risk their health, their finances, or their freedom, and you're not, you're putting yourself in danger by even being around them. Or if you've grown up with someone and it seems that they just keep on going in the wrong direction, just continuously every year, it just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse, you definitely have to separate yourself from these people. Because in your mind, you're building and you have things to lose. To these other people, they may not feel the same. You don't want to associate with someone who treats their life like they have nothing to lose. Because while people are busy bringing themselves down, they're going to take you down with them. So there are some people that you have to sacrifice in order to continue to evolve and ascend in your journey. There are certain habits that you have to cut off to ascend and evolve in your journey. Certain things that you have to be more strict on You have to be more strict on the foods that you consume, on the entertainment on your phone that you consume. Maybe you have to give up certain eating habits so you can actually save money, so you can make those investments that you've wanted to make for years and years. Maybe there are bad habits within you that you have to cut off, right? The sacrifice is not always other people. Sometimes it's your own habits. Sometimes you have to cut your own finger off to save your hand. What are you willing to sacrifice to put yourself in a better position in life? What are you willing to spend to invest in your education? What are you willing to cut off to ensure your safety and your development? Who are you willing to cut off? No matter how hard it is, if you have a feeling in your gut that something or someone is holding you back, you have a sacrifice to make. Sometimes this sacrifice is someone that we want the most. Sometimes it's someone that we're in a relationship with, someone that we love, someone that we want to just do better so we can just excel together. But not everyone wants to actually level up. People like to fantasize about it. People like to talk about it, but not everyone is really about that life. Not everyone is willing to sacrifice. Not everyone is willing to put in the work and the discipline. Not everyone is willing to put themselves out there to possibly be criticized and ridiculed. Not everyone has that level of tenacity and confidence. And when you exude extreme confidence around people who lack confidence, a lot of times you will experience people projecting their insecurities onto you to try to hold you back. And sometimes that comes from the person that we're sleeping with. Jealousy holds no bounds. Envy holds no bounds. You can get hated on by anyone. That's why they say that your biggest hater will come from your inner circle. Your biggest hater isn't someone you've never met. It's people in your circle, your family, your friends, your spouse. So you have to decide for yourself, what do I want more? Do I want these friendships? Do I want this relationship? Or do I want to evolve? And do I want to fulfill my prophecy? Do I want to embody the highest version of myself? Do I want to use the gifts that God gave me to its highest potential? Do I want to be successful? Do I want to be 80 years old and look back on my life and be proud? Or do I want to be disappointed? Sometimes you have to cut your finger off to save your hand. Not everyone can come with you. But listen, I understand. It's scary. Even the thought of moving forward without my best friend or my partner, it's scary. But you don't even know the extent to your strength until you are tested. You don't even know how strong you are. It's not until you lose the people that you thought you can never live without when you realize all you need is God. All you need is your faith and your trust in yourself. And God will figure out the rest. Whatever you sacrifice, God will replace double in your life. Whatever you have to let go, God will replace triple in your life. But you have to trust it. You have to trust yourself. And if you have people or habits in your life that you know are holding you back, you're not doing yourself no favors by keeping them around just because you're in your comfort zone. There is no growth in comfort, right? There's no growth in comfort. You have to do something that you've never done before. You have to sacrifice a habit, a vice, a friend, or a partner that you know is holding you back. If you want to be the best version of yourself, you have to let it go. So just remember that I'm with you. I understand how you feel. I understand the anxiety. I understand the feeling of loneliness. But trust me, there are blessings on the other side of fear. And the only way to reach that light is to go through the darkness. Trust yourself. Trust your vision. Trust God. And trust the people that love you unconditionally. That's all you need. If someone is not loving you with pure intentions, you don't need them. If people are throwing shade at you and chipping at your self-esteem so they can reduce you to their level, you don't need them. If people want to support you only to a certain extent because they don't want to see you more successful than them, you don't need them. If people only want to be around you when you're sharing your resources and your blessings and your achievements with them, but they don't want to repost you, support you, or patronize you, you don't need them. All you need is you, the faith that you have in yourself and your vision, God, and the people that love you unconditionally. If you're keeping people around you that don't love you unconditionally, you need to cut them off. If you have any bad habits or vices that are holding you back from evolving and ascending to the next level in your journey, you need to cut those bad habits off. Sometimes you have to cut your own finger off to save your hand. But the sacrifices that you make for yourself, you will be rewarded for. All right? Share this video to anyone you feel like needs to hear this message. And always remember, grow in peace, and healing is a journey, not a destination.